Hey there, today's episode is the live recording of the celebration call we did inside of the 30-day open house challenge. Even if you didn't make it, you're going to want to listen to this call because there's still an opportunity to jump in and start on day one and do the challenge yourself. This episode breaks down why we did the challenge, the results of the challenge, and why it's going to help you as a brand new agent. So stay tuned and listen in. Are you tired of the same old school real estate lead generation tactics? Then you've come to the right show. Welcome to Open House, Open Mind, the podcast. I'm your host, Michelle, and this is not your average real estate podcast. I'm here to challenge the industry standards. You won't find pushy, salesy bro tactics here. There's a better way to do business without that icky feeling so that buyers and sellers are coming to you instead of you chasing them. So if you're ready to challenge those traditional standards with me, to fill your database, to learn mindset hacks that challenge your own limiting beliefs, and to take actionable steps to improve your open house experience, then stick around. Let's get you some consistent income in the business you worked so hard to get licensed in. And let's have some fun while we're at it. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the end of the live 30-day challenge. Now, I say the end of the live 30-day challenge because the challenge is going to be evergreen, which is really cool because you guys can jump in there at any time. You can jump back in there and start with day one. So say you felt like you didn't quite do the things you wanted to do within the 30 days because, we're adults and we have busy lives. You can jump back in and just start over and then just start with the prompts. Just, a good time to do it would be August 1st is tomorrow, and you can do that. So, but I wanted to congratulate you guys. Thank you guys for joining the challenge live. And you did it. You did 30 days of the challenge. Now, whether or not you were like on day one, you were like, I'm going to go all in, I'm going to do this, and then it didn't happen. I still want you guys to congratulate yourself. I want you to be proud of yourself for, joining something. And then this is just the start of challenges that you guys can do to challenge yourself to be more successful in your business. And you can do this with other things too, right? You can use this as the basis for things. It's funny, yesterday, my mastermind, I have a business bestie, someone I met online like years ago. We were both in this mastermind group. And her and I connected somehow just by like one quick little message. And we started just chatting. And this was an online program, right? So people were from all over like the world. I mean, Australia, everywhere, right? There were hundreds of people in this mastermind. And her and I connected, and then we started chatting. And then I opened up a retreat. held a retreat and she wanted to join. And then so come to find out, she literally lives in the same state as me and like 2 cities over. So it is just strange. So I encourage you guys to always be, connecting. And that's something I'm going to put a pin in that because ABC, I'm going to tell you about that right now. But the reason I was telling you about her is we were talking yesterday because we meet once a week for our mastermind. And I told her, you know what, let's do a challenge for ourselves, because we're always working on our businesses. So on August 1st, because it's always fun to start something on the 1st. It's just, I don't know, it's easy, right? It's easy to remember. So her and I are starting a 30-day reel challenge. So we're going to do reels for 30 days straight. We're going to try our best not to miss a day. But, sometimes it happens where we miss. It's all of a sudden we're like, oh man, it's, late and you haven't done the thing. Now, what I used to do, and I don't know, let me know if you guys do this. Do you beat yourself up because you didn't do it? So what I used to do is if I didn't follow through with something I really wanted to do, like the 30-day challenge, and I fell off, what I started doing was beating myself up about it and like, oh man, well, what's the point now? Why continue? All of that, right? And then you just kind of stop and you drop off completely. That's one thing I want to see. If you guys are doing that, if you're aware you're doing that, even if you're not and you just became aware, don't beat yourself up, right? Don't talk bad to yourself about it. Don't say this is something oh my gosh, I always do that. I can't believe I did that. Just start back up from where you are and then move forward, right? So what did I want to say? Oh, about ABC. So we're all in real estate, right? And I'm not sure if you guys have heard the term ABC in real estate. And that is in the real estate world, or even what I like to call the bro marketing world, is always be closing. That's what ABC stands for. Well, you guys know I'm anti-bro marketing. I do not like that type of marketing. I am all about attraction-based marketing, hence open houses, right? You host an open house, they come to you, attraction-based. I'm not about the chase. I'm not about the door knocking, the cold calling, even though that stuff works. I'm all about attraction-based. So I use ABC as always be connecting. So my term for ABC is always be connecting, and you guys will really thrive in your business if you come at it as always be connecting. We also use ABC for follow-up. So ABC is another term I use for how to follow up and how to think about your clients when you're in an open house. If you're in my program, you know what that is. I have a whole module where I teach about the ABCs of follow-up. But I wanted to congratulate you guys. I wanted this to be a call where we celebrated each other. So post in the group. Let me know if you guys have any questions on how the challenge went for you. Let me know if any of the things I said up front, like kind of resonate with you and you're like, yeah, that's what happened. That's what I did. Let me know if you had challenges when you were out in the field, because I know a lot of you, we're posting, we're getting out there. I want to hear about all of your experiences out there. And I know we had some wins in here. So again, post your wins in there again. Even if it was just, you think it was just like, a one-time thing, post it and always remember that and go back to that and be like, look at this stuff really does work. When I set my mind to it and I look at this and go into it in a different way, in a way that's not the traditional way, you're like, oh, this stuff really does work. It's really easy, you guys, to fall back on the traditional ways of doing business in real estate. It's very easy. You're at offices and you see people doing these things, right? Sometimes you go into open houses, like I train and I tell you guys that if you didn't book an open house that weekend, instead of just sitting back, feeling, woe is me kind of thing, get out there and go visit local open houses and record content, do some things. But when you're doing that and then you start to see the way everyone else is doing open houses, it's really easy to fall back if you're not surrounding yourself within a community like mine, where we are always talking about this stuff all the time. We're always making sure that you guys are sticking to these, these conversations, this framework. So I wanted to say, I really, really hope that you guys come with me to the next level. Carissa, who is in the challenge, and some of the other people are in there, are also in my program. So I would really like to continue this journey with you guys. I would like for this to be a lifetime access. Like it is a lifetime access, but I want it to be a lifetime relationship, like I have with my business bestie. Like I have with her. We're kind of like, I like to call her my business sparring partner. We literally just are like ideas after ideas. We meet literally face to face, once a week. But in between, we're doing like these Marco Polo calls, which are really cool. And they're like these just quick little videos you can do. And we do them all day long now, instead of, bombarding like our phones or text messages. We're just like, hey, what about this? What about this? So anyways, it's fun. And I would like that for you. So my program is a one-time fee and it's lifetime access. So it's not this like membership thing where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm paying and I haven't even been showing up. It's a one-time fee and you have lifetime access to me, to the program, to the community, to the coaching. Now, we are small. True, but you guys are starting and coming in from the ground, which means it's only going to get bigger. We're only going to grow bigger. We're going to have more ideas, and you're going to have the ability to come back to somebody and to always role play. So I just wanted to say that because I am inviting you guys to my program. But I wanted to say, what was the purpose of this challenge, right? The purpose of this challenge was it was for newer agents, right, that have no idea where to even start, how to find leads, or struggling agents that maybe have been in the business for a while, but you were just kind of struggling a bit. Maybe you did open houses, but you didn't get anywhere with them. That's what this challenge was for. And it was for you to just develop the confidence, right? And confidence comes from doing things over and over and over, right? Even and then failing, doing them, failing, doing them, failing. But the way I look at it is right, fail forward. I'm sure you guys have heard that term. If you haven't, it was one thing that stuck in my mind from one of my mentors when I first started real estate. She was like, yeah, we fail forward. And honestly, I didn't even hear that term ever because I didn't come from the entrepreneurial background. And so the way I look at it is right, you're trying, and then you may fail, but each time you're still going up the ladder. So you're failing forward and you learn from your mistakes. I don't like to use the word fail. One of my podcasts, I think I talk about that. I have a whole podcast on words that I no longer like to use because they don't make me feel good. Maybe they're trigger words, so I don't use them. I will say them because I think a lot of people use these words, but I will always say replace them with something that makes me feel better. So I highly recommend that you guys listen to that or listen to my podcast in general and share it with a friend also. It helps get that out. But the purpose, number one, was just to be confident in finding the open houses, confident in asking the agents to hold open houses. Once you do it once and you become confident in that, it's like no problem. You're like, oh, what am I going to do this week? You're like, oh, I'll just do an open house. And you're going to have no problem asking, right? It'll get to a point like Carissa, where she's like, the agents are calling her, right? And so you'll never, and that is like my goal for you guys. My passion is that you'll never, ever have a problem finding your own leads. You will never have to rely on a brokerage that promises you all this stuff and that you don't get leads. You'll never have to rely on spending a fortune on Zillow and realtor.com and all those things that don't give you high quality leads. They just do not. And that is chasing. So that was my goal for you guys. And then once you got comfortable in doing that, right? And that's why it repeated. That's why the challenge repeats, because maybe it didn't work for you the first time. I wanted you to do it again and then again and then again, right? So that you're failing forward. And then once you were able to secure and book a few open houses, I wanted you guys to just get out there and start doing them and not really get into the like, oh my God, I didn't get anybody this week. Oh my gosh, it's a waste of time. Just to get in the habit of, look, this is what I'm doing. This is what feels good to me. I like doing them on Thursday, Fridays. I like doing them on Tuesday, Thursdays instead of Saturday and Sunday. Oh, I don't have to do them on Saturday and Sunday. And I'm still kind of getting leads. Like I wanted you to figure that out. And so every week was meant to figure that out, right? If you did the Saturday and Sunday the first week, and then next week you're like, oh, I had something to go to. I wanted to be there for my kids, which is the beauty of being in this industry is that you could do that, right? I wanted to go on vacation. You could do that. I know I'm going to go on vacation Saturday and Sunday, so I'm going to do my open house on Wednesday, Thursday, and then see what happened there. And then the next week, maybe do it again on only Sunday. And then the next week, until you guys figured out, like, look, this works for me. I like doing, maybe Monday through Friday from 4 to 6. Fridays calling it an open house happy hour, something like that. So that was, the purpose for you guys to just get the feel and go, okay, what feels good to me? And if you guys are kind of seeing the theme here in the way that I speak and the way that I teach and the way that I coach, is it has to feel good. It honestly has to feel good to you. So this is all a framework that I teach, but at the end of the day, you really have to check in with yourself and ask yourself, did this feel good to me? Because you're going to notice if you're doing things that don't feel good to you, you're not going to want to continue at all. All right. And then Point number three was I wanted you guys to get comfortable talking to potential clients. And you know how I say, do you notice how I say potential clients and not like leads? I wanted you to get comfortable talking to open house visitors, open house guests, potential leads. So it's another play on words where they're potential clients. So if you always go into your open houses with the intent of, I'm going to gain a client today. I'm going to attract a client today. I'm going to connect with a client today. Instead of the traditional way of, I'm just going to fill my paper and my database full of leads. I'm just filling my database full of leads and I'll get back to them. Eventually, somebody will buy from me. If I just keep, filling it up with a bunch of leads and having them all sign in and I have 100 people, then eventually one of those people will work with me, right? I will get somebody, right? That's like the traditional way. That's the way people, talk about sales being a numbers game. And sure, it can be. And I'm sure it is. I don't look at it that way. Again, against the grain, surprise. I don't look at it that way because you guys, I can go into an open house this weekend with my intention of, connecting, and someone walk in and want to purchase a home, right? That's why they're out and about. That's why they're out and about. They're not just out and about for no reason. They're out out and about in this heat in California, and they're out there for a reason. So for me, it's not necessarily a numbers game. If I'm collecting 100 people on my sign-in sheet, then, and not connecting with them, not having a conversation with them at the open house, then I'm probably not really going to convert. Maybe I'll convert one, probably, if it's a numbers game. But what if you have a higher conversion rate because you're actually talking to them? What if you're converting them right at your open house? And that is like the goal and like the secret sauce and everything, to just be able to learn and shift your mindset to convert them during your open house, to connect, then convert, connect, and then convert, right? I have like a Venn diagram that I like to use. It's like conversations, connect, convert, right? And it all intersects in the middle with how you get transactions, how you make money in this business. So those were the three things. Those were like the three main points of the challenge. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I would really love your feedback. I might be sending out like a form to see if I can get some feedback from you guys, some like what worked, what didn't, what I could do better, what you guys felt and learned about yourself. I'm going to probably be sending a form out. So be on the lookout for that. And again, stay in the challenge, share the challenge. I'm going to be sending it out. And so this challenge Facebook group will remain open. But what I would really like to do again is invite you guys to the next step, which is to join Open House Mastery. And that is my program that really dives deep in this, that dives deep and takes it to the next level and takes it to the next step. Once you guys are comfortable with all this and you really realized what the purpose was, and you decided that open houses are the way to go, the way that you want to do your business, then I highly suggest getting in there, because we're going to role play. So once a month, we're going to get on a live Zoom call like this, and we're going to role play. We're going to go over the challenges you had in the field. You guys are going to really learn how to get sellers also doing open houses. If, right now with everything going on with the settlement and all of the changes, you hear a lot of people marketing out there on, get listings, pivot, become a listing agent. And yeah, I think that is kind of true. You might be better off if that's the route you want to go. So I really want to teach you guys how to get listings using this system. So I would love to see you guys in there. I'm going to have the links everywhere for you guys to join. Again, like I said, we're going to do role play. I have some fun bonuses in there. One is the ABCs of follow-up, and one is a buyer manifesting exercise. So once you guys get in there and you secure clients, then I have a few steps and bonuses in there that take it to the next level. But we're always coaching. We're always like coaching on different things. Like, open houses are the foundation, right? They're the way to bring in leads into your business. But then once you're in there, we take it further. I'm going to do something called Monday Hour One, and it's going to help you kind of with your scheduling and arranging your schedule on a weekly basis. I also have something called the model that I teach. It's back there. It's about really getting your mindset around circumstances that are happening, not just in your business, but in your life. So there's a lot of fun things in there to do. You're going to get first like dibs at anything I do. I do host retreats now and then. Those are fun. And you guys will be the first to know about all of that. So thank you guys again for joining. I was so excited to see your posts, to see the open houses that you were at, to see your reels you were, filming around that. And I want to continue it. I want it to grow. Again, if you liked what you saw in here, you're going to like it by continuing in the program with me. So have a great day. Go out there, book your open houses, and I'll see you guys in a bit. For those of you who want to take this work deeper and master the art of hosting open houses in order to attract buyers and sellers, then you're going to want to join me inside Open House Mastery. This is a self-paced online course with a live component that will take you through every step you need from finding open houses to host, to what to say when visitors come in, to converting leads to clients. Together, we're going to get clear on how to confidently land clients, not just leads. On top of all that, when you join Open House Mastery, you get access to my bonus follow-up system, plus my fun buyer manifesting exercise, where I teach you how to coach your buyer clients on manifesting their dream home. Also, you get to join my student-only community where you get coaching from me once a month, where we master the non-salesy script together. So if you're ready to build a strong foundation in your real estate career and make more money this year, then join Open House Mastery. Link is in the show notes, but get in quick. You won't want to miss this month's live coaching. See you there.